Hello and welcome everyone to the episode 5 of the Web Element series. Today, you would be learning how to create these text shadow effects that can simply make your website better with minor changes in the CSS. So, let's start. We'll start by using the body tag. Sorry. And now I would give a h1 tag, which is for the heading, as we would be using headings. We can also use the p tag. There is no such compulsion of using the h1 tag. We can also use the any other tag till h6. And I would give it a class name of text, and then I would write another class name for, I may simply name the effect to make it simple. And I would simply copy it because we need to make this 3 times. Copied, and we'll paste it. We'll make some minor changes, such as in the second one, I would write neon glow, as we would be putting a neon glow effect on it, and then I would write embossed effect. Remember not to put space, as giving a space would create 2 different class names. Here we require 2 classes, so we had to do that. Else, take it with care. And now I would write the text. I would simply write text with drop shadow. Now the second would be text with neon glow. I'm sorry. And now obviously text with embossed effect. So this is the entire HTML we would require. Now let's begin with the CSS. I would first start with the body tag again. Background color to, I would put it black. The text may not be visible for some time, but okay, I'll just simply work on it straight ahead. So now I would first change the font family. So font family, and I first change the color so that you can at least see what font family does as a property. So I would write, okay, but wait, we do not even require. I would simply show it in the magical way. So let's do this. Lucide console. And the nearest font other than this is Courier New, and as these are monospace fonts, so I will write monospace. Let me show you what I did to the text. As you can see how much the text has changed. You simply see this. This is what the normal font was, and this is what we have made it. You can make it of any kind. It could be a serif font or a sans serif font, but I prefer using monospace. So I'm working with it. Now I would put font size, and I would put the size of 50 pixels. because I want it to be large in size. Now font weight. And as always, putting it bold. Now the text align. Text line is simply just like the feature we have in Word and other writing softwares, that we can simply justify the text or keep it to left or right. And I would do center here. So now it's time to reveal the first set of H1. So I would write text shadow. It is actually the tag. I just named it the same way, which I think I shouldn't have, but I was out of ideas. So 2 pixel, 2 pixel, 4 pixels, and I would give it a RGBA value of 255, 255 and 255. As you can see, it has appeared itself. 0.5. Always remember to add the semicolon. I am working in CodePen. Because of that, it is auto-implementing it without finding much errors. But if you are working in a code editor, it will obviously point it out and may not even execute the command you have given in CSS. So take care. Now it's time for the second one, neon glow. And here would be text shadow 0 space 0, 10 pixels, and again I wanted white, so this. Now there is a little glow. It is not properly glowing, there is a little bit of glow. If we put a semicolon here, it would still be visible, but once we put comma, it may not show itself because it knows that there is something other also getting implemented. So I would again write 20 pixels, FFF. Now the glow has brightened. Now it's the time for third one. And now it is properly glowing. You may ask that why are we doing this with three, you can say layers. Just simply see this. If I like select all this and delete it, the glow is very low. It isn't a proper glow. It is just like you spray painted on a stencil. But when I do this, you can see that the glow looks more realistic as a glow, rather than just looking like I took some alphabets and spray painted around them. Now it's the time for the last one, which is embossed text. I wrote effect. My bad. Again, we would use the text shadow. And now -1 pixels. Again, -1 pixel. You may be thinking that why am I using minus values? This is because we want that shadow to be inside the area of whatever we have written. Like in this one, we can see that the shadow is outside the text area. But now we want it inside because it is simply like an outline around the text. So it would look a little bit better if it is towards inside, because then it will not have such, the corners would be a little bit better, which could be a problem when we are working with any other, like when we are working outside the text with this one. So Again, triple F. Now 1 pixel. Space -1 pixel. And now again 0. Hashtag FFF. And now I would be doing a little bit, I would say the exact opposite rather than saying a little bit opposite, because there is no such thing. So -1 pixel, 1 pixel, 0, and again hashtag FFF. And now the last one, 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 0, hashtag FF. I think there is some problem that I didn't notice. Let me check once. Let me check, is the font even visible or is there something problem? It is there. Let me check what is wrong here. Like I've written text shadow. Okay. Now I know. The problem is this. No, it wasn't. That's weird. The value should be minus. There were first -1s and then -1 values. Let me check with the code I have already written. It's the exact same. Like it is the exact same and it is working here. Okay. My bad. I need to add a dot, but instead I added a hashtag there also. The hashtag is consuming me. See, now when we are doing it with one alone, then it is towards one direction. Because we were specifying the x. It's like in the Cartesian plane. We gave it a -1 value first. I would rewrite it to show how it actually works. Like there is no such order we need to keep here, but still it's better to follow the code that works. You never know when it stops working. Now it has shifted a bit. Like I'll show it again. Now it has shifted towards the right side also. Now it will shift again. Now it will come a little bit down to the left side alone. So 1 pixel, 0, FFF. See, now there is a big corner point that is empty. I would just make it bigger so that you can see it with ease. More bigger. You can see there is a corner that is unfilled there in each of these, which would be filled now. So you would simply write 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 0, and hashtag FFF. And now even that corner is filled. If I remove it, it's again in the problem. We can also change the color Like we can take it as red. Okay, 4 zeros were required. So now you can see there is a red color there. We can simply see it by this way. Like I would give the right ones this color. Now you can see what else we can do with this effect. Like this text, according to me, is looking better. We can do the same with neon glow. And we can also do the same with text shadow if we want to mix some colors. Although there's an option for RGBA, so we would not really require it, but still, if we want to experiment, it is a good way, according to me. Like I would do it here also. Now see that orange glow. Like we cannot achieve it in that way if we put orange lights. This is something unique. And this things like these, like experimenting is the only way to learn properly. Like now we got a neon green, or you can say yellow stone, and you can see how good it looks. I may also find some more colors, like I would find this way you can also see that how I find the hex codes for color. I would just simply search hex code of, I would write aqua. Like it is the sky blue type color. We have this 00 FFF. So I would do it here. Now you can see it is some other color. Like this, keep experimenting and things would keep getting. I would sometimes do this also. CSS color selector. Like I'm simply getting the hex code, the RGB value. Like I can use the RGB value as RGB also, because just put A as 1 and it would be an equivalent of RGB. So if I want like such a color, which is simply what we previously used, but still, we can also find what a color would look like by simply writing here. And you can see it is the superlative degree of this color, the one we found there. So if we want to experiment a bit more, like I have red, I have green, but if we want to add some other, like RGB are the main colors that I use. So let's try to find what is the darkest shade of blue. Or I may just simply search hex code of blue. And here it is, 4 times 0 and FF. I know I'm making some absurd colors from now on, but still, it's better to experiment. And see, the glow looks more like the text inside it is colored. I know it is looking weird, but this only reminds me of one thing that has the closest resemblance to it. That is the color of nebulas. Like I would simply search nebula. Like simply see this image. I can see its resemblance in this one. The colors are so similar. And now I'm thinking like, what did I do? Okay, so not making the video any longer. Keep trying and learning. Please like and subscribe for the further videos I would be updating soon in the future. Bye for then.